Hello you lot, how are you doing? Welcome to a very late Motivational Monday. Should we call it Motivational Monday still? I'm not too sure. So my apologies for not being here yesterday. In this video we're going to talk about what to do if you feel like you're on your own, because you aren't. Let me tell you that. So I'm going to tell you at the end of this video what happened to me, where I was yesterday morning, as to why I didn't make a Motivational Monday video. But first of all, let's talk about you. Now, I know so many people right now are having a little bit of a struggle. They're feeling as though, you know, the world is quite difficult at the moment. Things are opening up, but we're all a little bit like, are we on our own? Are you feeling as though you're on your own? People don't get you. People don't understand your thinking processes or don't understand what's going on in your head. And I understand that, because we are all unique and we all feel imposter syndrome, okay? Me as well. And so many people look at me and they're like, oh, you seem to have it all together. And I have, don't get me wrong. But there are times when I'm like, what am I doing? Who the hell do I think I am? And if you get that as well, let me tell you something. There will always be somebody who is happy and willing and would like to be there for you. Now, I bumped into an old friend the other day and she and I had a conversation about inflammatory conditions, and she's struggling and I'm struggling right now. We'll come to that in a minute. And both of us felt at the end of that conversation that it had been amazing and that we felt so much better for chatting to one another. So I then decided I was going to open up, and I'd been told by the hospital to get on the forums. The hospital told me that, and I thought that would be the last thing they do, because they'd be like, oh, we don't want you talking to everybody, and they're all going to come up with their own theories. And I get that, you know, when they say don't Google your symptoms. Well, if you know where to look in the right places, I think it's a very good thing to do. But if you don't know where to look in the right places, you can be really misinformed, and that can be a worry and dangerous and stuff. So I get where they're coming from, but they said to me, go and speak in the forums. And oh my goodness, I cannot keep up with the amount of replies that I've had from these amazing people who were so sweet and lovely in these forums. And they were giving me tips and advice on how to deal with things. And they were telling me their own stories and how they got around this or that, and how they feel so much better when they're doing this thing. And it was so therapeutic, encouraging, positive. It was really made me feel as though I'm not the only one. And I think the second you feel that, you start to relax. And as you start to relax, your body does things and your cells do things that makes you able to cope that whole bit better, you know? So don't feel like you're on your own, because you aren't. And the thought of that is going to make you think, actually, I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm going to manage with this. So what happened to me? My goodness, I'm so opening up on this channel lately, aren't I? And I'm a bit edgy about it, because I just am. When I bump into someone, they're like, oh, I watch your YouTube. I'm like, oh, blimey, what did I say last? But I've not been very well, and it's really got to the point where it's never been so bad. I think I'm going to say that, like the pain, the systemic inflammation, not systemic, the inflammation through all of my system, difference to systemic, is sore as what's it. And I had a lot of drama going on with mum, palpitations as well. Most of you know, mum's been in hospital for 3.5 weeks with a heart attack. So life has really been juggling those balls in the air. A few have dropped, a few have, you know, and she was coming home yesterday, and then we had to sort her out, and loads and loads of appointments about all of that. And then it was done, and then I was like, right, now I need to pick up this and do some work. And my body said, no, you're not. My body said, you're going to have this other problem. And it threw me another curveball. I ended up in casualty, which, let me tell you something, was like nothing I've ever seen before. And I've been there a few times for myself or other people. It was busy. I don't know what's going on with the world, but I won't probably get into that. But it was so busy. And normally, you know how they casually stroll around because they're trying to make you feel calmer? There was none of that. They were pretty much running. I was like, right, you number one, you number two. And I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? Man in the corner, no mask on, coughing, dry, continuous cough. And I thought, I know that's a COVID cough. Why are they letting him sit there? And he has no mask on. And it got worse and worse as I was sitting there. So let that be a lesson to me. You know, I cannot take on the whole of the world and deal with it, and neither can you. You know, you need to reach out and you need to have a support network, and if you don't have that, find it, because it will be out there somewhere. So you're sitting there thinking, no, but I'm completely on my own. I'm a bit like that. You know, I'm the head of the family. The buck stops with me. There's no brother anymore, God bless him and rest his soul. You know, I've got an amazing aunt and uncle who they've got their own problems and they're miles away, but I know they're there for me, which is nice. But you know, on a day-to-day level, it's me dealing with this, and it's me trying to do work and keep 2 houses running, housework wise, financially. It's tough, man, let me tell you, it's tough. But where there's a will, there's a way. And I think everyone has their challenges thrown at them, don't they? Everyone has their things where they think, I don't like that. And probably you look at part of my life and think, I'd love that to do whatever, fill in the blank. And I do that about other people's lives. You always look at them and think, oh, wouldn't that be nice if this or that? It's just human nature. We all do that. But yet we've all got our battles. And you know that from the amount of celebrities that you look at who you think must have all their ducks in a row. And then you hear that they've committed suicide and things like that, or they're addicted to something because that's how they deal with daily life. And it's just flipping tough. It's tough for everybody. So let that be a lesson to you and I, and just think, right, let's reach out. Let's find that person or that group of people that are going to be there for you, because honestly, you are not on your own. And of course, as always, not only is my inbox open, which will be, my email address will be in the description box below, but chat in the description box, not the description, in the comments below. I'm sorry that I'm not talking too well, my apologies. It's just where I'm not feeling so great. But down there, we can open up the comments, we can talk to each other. You know, if you've got something that you want to just say publicly, then fine, do that. And you know, you don't know who's going to be there to say, look, let's bump along together. And me and this old friend, and I wouldn't have said she was a friend before, she was more somebody that I knew, but now I consider us friends. We shared this story, and the thing is that got me down that and made me start talking to her is that all of these people want me to take care of my mum. And I'm not being horrible, but I need to take care of me first, because I can't take care of anyone or anything. And who's then going to pay the bills? Who's then going to do the housework? You know, so they were looking at me going, but you look okay. Oh, it's a bugbear of mine. So you don't look sick, you know. I might not, but we've all got our struggles. We've all got our breaking point, and I've hit mine right now. I'm expecting some phone calls back today from the hospital, so I know you're all going to wish me well. Thank you for that in advance. But honestly, I'm going to be okay. I know I will. I just need to rejiggle life and rejiggle things and make sure that I'm taking good care of myself. So it might mean that I need to claw back on some things. What I don't want to claw back on is this channel, because you're also supportive and I love that. So no, it wasn't a pity party about me. This was about me reaching out to that lovely cohort of people that have given me so much advice. And this is what my question was, because I think you're going to get stress in life, and I was having all this stress, and I thought I need to find my coping mechanism. And my thinking process was yoga, swimming, meditation. I don't know if you heard that, but that's my tummy. It's so noisy right now. And those 3 things are obviously going to have a positive effect on my body, my cells, my conditions, and if it's going to help me cope with stress, because stress, you get something in there that's not right and it has such an effect on your body. I know this, and this is my research of my PhD right now, so we need to absolutely get that figured out and that sorted and be calmer. I'm gonna have to go to work. I know I've been working here all day, but I've got to go out and do some work now. So try and find your coping mechanism. So that's my question in the group, and so many of them said, yeah, actually they said swimming is my go-to, and I'm like, brilliant, okay. Yoga is my go-to, brilliant, okay. And they were, so many of them were saying, you know, they were expected to look after family members, and sometimes when you've got, I don't know but much about any other, yeah I do actually, but chronic conditions and certainly autoimmune conditions, really can throw in a load of fatigue and pain, and when you've got that, you're not up to doing everything for everybody else. So try and cut yourself a little bit of slack. Know your limits, be okay with that, and I've got to go now. You take care, and if you resonated with this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm slowly getting up the camping videos, aren't I? And I've got the Wales ones to do, which are deep and deeper still than I've ever gone. I'm sharing some journeys with you, journeys into the mind. The book's first draft is done, and I am so thrilled with it. It's going to be called Hills and Valleys. Keep an eye out. I will be putting it all on my socials. There's a lot of editing to go through, and like I say, at the minute I need to be kind to myself, so there may be delays in things, but I'm going to get there. I hope you're good. Have a great week. I know it's Tuesday now, but have a great week, and I will catch up with you soon. Lots of love, and bye bye for now.